Good morning, students. Welcome back to our online class. So, I hope you have utilized your holidays very good and must have completed your work. So, today we are going to start with chapter number 7, Unitary Method. So, before starting this chapter, we need to understand that what is actually the method is. Unitary method, the method in which the value of a unit quantity is first calculated to get the value of given quantity, and this is called unitary method. See, what this is actually saying, that the method in which the value of a unit quantity is first calculated. Okay, so something means unit means singular quantity, okay, is first calculated to get the value of a given quantity which the question is asking, and this is called unitary method. Okay, so let's take an example to understand it more clearly. So, in order to understand the definition of unitary method, I have taken one example. And the question is saying that if the cost of 15-meter cloth is rupees 300, so find the cost of 10-meter cloth. Okay, so the cost of 15-meter cloth is given. So we will write it first, the given thing that is in the question. So cost of 1-meter cloth is rupees 300. So first, if we will find the cost of 1-meter cloth, so how to find it? We will divide this amount with the length of the cloth. So 300 divided by 15. So your answer will be 15 2s are 30. Okay, and 0 is left. So this is rupees 20. This is the symbol of rupees. Okay, rupees 20. Now we have got the cost of 1-meter cloth, that is rupees 20. So what will be the cost of 10-meter cloth, students? Simple, 10 multiply by 20. So this will be 200. Clear? Let's understand it further with few more examples. So our next example is, if 15 man can do some work in 300 days, so how much days is required by 10 men to do the same work? So let's start. See, we will write first that how much time is required by 15 men to do the work. It has been given to you, students. Okay, it has been given to you already in the question. So one man can do, one man can do the work. So here, see, if 15 men is required 300 days, so one man can do the work in 300 into 15. Okay, means one, if less number of days is required by 15 men, so one man will require more number of days. So it will be 300 into 15, that is 4500 days. Clear? So now 10 men will do the work in 4500 divided by 10. So your answer is 450 days. Again, understand. See, if 15 man is doing the work in 300 days, so generally one man will require maximum number of days, okay, because he is doing the work, the same work which 15 men are doing in 300 days. So one man is doing the work 300 into 15, that is 4500 days. Okay, so now again the question is asking that how much time is required by 10 men or how much days. Okay, so 10 men will do the work in 4500 and divided by 10. So your answer is 450 days. I hope it is clear to you. Now let's move on to the next topic. So our next topic is direct variation. Let's understand what is the condition of direct variation. In direct variation, if there is an increase in one quantity, so it causes the increase in other quantity. And if there is decrease in one quantity, so it causes the decrease in other quantity. Okay, as you can understand it with the topic only, direct variation means if one quantity is increasing, so parallelly the other quantity will also be increased, and if one quantity is decreasing, so the other quantity will also be decreased. For example, with a greater speed, a larger distance can be covered in the same time. Okay, as if you have to cover a distance, okay, which is very much far away from your home, and you have to cover the particular distance in a given interval of time. Suppose in 1 hour you have to cover the distance of near about 60 kilometer, okay, so the distance is more, so accordingly the speed will also be increase. So there is a direct variation in speed and the distance, okay, according to that it is increasing, okay. So I hope you are understanding the direct variation. Now if we take another example, one more example, with more money more article can be brought, okay. Second one is, this is first. See, if we need more article, okay, if we need more article, so more money is required, okay. Means simple, means the article and the money are in direct variation. Article is increasing, so money is also increasing, okay. So these are the two example of direct variation. I hope you have understood. So the last topic for this session is inverse variation, okay. So what is inverse variation and what is the condition of inverse variation? If one quantity is increasing, means increase in one quantity causes the decrease in another quantity, clear? And if there is decrease in one quantity, decrease in one quantity, it causes increase in the other quantity. Other quantity. I hope you have understood. Now let's see an example. For example, with great speed less time is required to cover the distance. I hope you are understanding it, okay. Means if you are increasing your speed, okay, so generally we will require less time to cover a particular distance. And this is example 1, and example 2 is with less number of men more days are required, okay. So here less men, number of days will be increased to do some work, okay. I hope you have understood what is direct variation and what is indirect variation, clear? So for today this is the last topic. The first session is over, and tomorrow we will see the example based on direct variation and inverse variation. Thank you.